I'm John Ekelmans. I come from Belgium. I'm 27 years old, and until 2-3 years ago, I was actually a professional football player, and I was playing in Greece, but I had to come back because of financial problems in the country. And then when I came back to Belgium, it was kind of hard to restart my career out of here. So I basically had to look for something else to do with my life, and I looked into schools that could help me to achieve the goal of becoming a professional developer. And I found Codaisseur, and I looked at it, and I felt the energy it was giving and stuff. So I felt like I want to be part of that. So I subscribed myself to it. I remember the first day coming here. It was like a lot of new people coming here, strange people maybe at the first sight. When I saw everybody was looking more like a developer than I did. And I remember also when I mentioned in the class that I used to be a professional football player, it was like silent. And I guess a lot of people at this time thought, this guy, it will be difficult for him, I guess, to finish this program. But I realized very soon that I was actually doing very good, since everybody was coming to me with questions, and at the end I was even sometimes staying longer to explain stuff that I understood to my classmates. So after 2-3 weeks I've really felt confident already about my skills. And I think after 2 weeks we had our first home assignment, and it was to build a hangman game. But the thing was, at the time I was actually still playing football in Belgium. So basically I know all my classmates had 2 full days to build this game, and I basically had only one because I had a football game to attend. I remember seeing all these messages on Slack and on WhatsApp saying, oh my God, it's not going well and it's difficult, we're not going to make it. So I was even stressing more about the fact that I was not going to make it, since I had only one day. And yeah, somehow I managed to in 2-3 hours to finish that game. Even I was surprised that I did it. So this was my first big challenge that I surpassed. And after second week, we learned how to work with Redux. And I remember that course was just going so fast, and I had the feeling oh my God, I will just never learn this. So I went home and I said, no, I'm just not gonna make it. So what I did is almost all night long I've watched videos and to see how I can manage to catch up with this Redux, this new technology that you learned. So that was really a moment it was really hard for myself. When you start the course, when you apply for the course, you should really try to prepare yourself, because it will be hard to learn everything at the school itself. But the good thing is the school gives you a program and gives you the place where you can actually learn the basics of what you're going to learn at school. And I think, especially for a guy like me who doesn't have the background, it's very nice to do that. So preparation is very important. And also here, even if some days you go home and you feel oh, I'm not gonna make it, you just have to relax, because everything will come. These people already had a lot of students going on, they know how to teach it, and you just have to trust them, and it will be good at the end. The job I'm doing right now, it's actually a funny story. I actually, when I prepared for the academy, somehow I was in a crazy mood, and I said, maybe I just don't need the academy, I will just apply for the job like it is. So I actually did it. I applied for a job even before going to Codaisseur. And I had a good chat with a nice company in Rotterdam. It's called Developers.nl. And I had a good chat with them, everything was fine. But when it came to the technical aspect of the interview, I felt I was not ready yet, and I needed some more baggage to be employable. So what I did is, at the end of the course, I called that same company, and basically I had a second interview. They were open to do it, and at that same company I got hired after 2 weeks of finishing the school. So at first they gave me a trial contract for 6 months, and after 2-3 weeks already they actually gave me the full contract. So it went very fast for me. It was very challenging because I learned to work with React at Codaisseur, and I did everything with React, and suddenly I had to switch to Angular. But actually that's also a nice thing about Codaisseur, is that they actually teach you how to adopt new technologies very fast, and so it was very easy for me to convert myself to Angular. Gemvision, where I work for, is basically a communication platform based on video communication that can integrate smart glasses. And basically what you can do with it is that, for example, if I have to perform a surgery, for example, I've never did this in my life, but with the smart glass, if I call with an actual surgeon that can help me and give me instructions, he can see what I see, and he can basically draw stuff on my view. So I work on the browser side of the platform, so that the browser can also communicate with all these other devices. So I'm taking care of this dashboard, it's called. My ideal goal would be to grow with Gemvision, and hopefully Gemvision will be very successful, so I can grow with them. Very most important is that you constantly develop yourself, and I want to acquire the skills to become a better developer myself, but also maybe at one time be able to manage other people, because it's also a skill I think you need to learn. But yeah, looking back at Codaisseur, I think it was a very good decision in my life that I took. Before that, I had job offers maybe once every 3 months, and now it's almost every day. I'm even tired of all these people asking me to work for them, so it's very different. You feel very appreciated in the job market when you do that. So that's a lot of things that Codaisseur brought in my life. Yeah. Hi, my name is John. I'm a graduated Codaisseur student from batch 16 in 2018.